Heck of a week for you, isn't it? $3 million man, 5 wickets at the MCG. How's it been living this week that you've had?
Yeah, I think that's probably cricket summed up. I think you can have a really slow start to the summer, and you think cricket's so tough, and then you kind of have a few days like this, and it kind of brings you back. But I think at the same time, when you go through a high, cricket can bring you back down really quickly. So trying to keep as level-headed as we can, and kind of focus on the game ahead.
Yeah, just on that, I mean, was it hard to bring yourself down and refocus for what you had to do today? Particularly, you've had it's only been 3 days, so not lots of time, but did you have to talk yourself down and make sure you could refocus, or did the team get around you and make sure they were keeping your mind on the go?
Yeah, I think for sure. I think, definitely the players can bring you back down pretty quickly. So, it's a good group that we got at the moment. Everyone's gets around you when they need to, and can bring you back pretty quickly when they want to. So, not really. I think everyone's focus is obviously on Boxing Day. It's a fixture that you kind of point out at the start of the year, and you kind of look forward to. So, that takes your focus 100%.
Cameron, the second spell of yours, or the last spell with sort of bowler-esque figures in that, were you going to bowl originally then, or was it because Mitch Stark was injured that they had to change plans?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I always kind of have a think about what the captain's thinking, especially as being that fifth bowler. You kind of think, as the main quicks had a rest yet, and I was thinking potentially, bring back Starkey, but we'll just have to wait and see how he pulls up. But I hope he's all right.
It seemed like you've been working on your action on your Adams and playing the last 2 days. Do you think today you felt best rhythm? And how has your action come along as the summer has progressed?
I think it's not too much of my action. I think it's just that rhythm. I think it's been a pretty slow start to the summer, and just wanted to bowl a few overs basically in the game. Thankfully I got a few today, just to kind of find that rhythm. I think especially in that second spell, it's just the speed of the run up felt really good. Trusting the front foot, and basically just not trying to look for wickets. I think that's obviously my pretty clear role, being that fifth bowler, is trying to hold just my end up and let the guys attack from the other end, and kind of give the main quicks a bit of a chop out. So felt good rhythm today.
Cam, was it almost a relief to get the IPL auction out of the way, considering how much build-up there had been towards it, and Joss Butler giving me a bit of a sledge during the ODI series?
I haven't really put too much thought into it really. Obviously the main focus of the team is on these Test cricket. You always look forward to it throughout the whole summer. Test cricket, it always takes your all your thought process, and I didn't think too much about it, to be fair.
You haven't had it much during the summer. You also had bowled much. You bowled 7 overs, I think, in Adelaide, 3 in Brisbane. You talked about rhythm there. How did you sort of keep yourself going through that and try to, I guess, find a way to get yourself into the game?
I think I had a really good chat to Paddy actually the day before, and I think he kind of finds his rhythm when he bowls fourth and fifth stump, gets it through to the keeper. He kind of finds when it's kind of kissing through, and the keeper's taking it at a pretty good level. That's kind of how you kind of gauge how you're going. I think if you're bowling too straight and they keep patting it back to you, you don't really know how you're going and how you're feeling. So there's a couple of really good pointers that he gave me, and hopefully I'll take that to the future.
Cam, has it been, I think in your first 5 first-class games you took 2 5, so you kind of got that out of the way early. I know you kind of changed as a cricketer since then. How have you managed to kind of conceive of yourself as a bowler? Has it been hard at times to figure out where you belong as a bowler, how much work you need to put in?
Yeah, I think for sure. I think kind of your priorities change. Obviously, you take a lot of care in your bowling when you're just a bowler. And like before, he had that rhythm because you're bowling 20 overs in innings basically. So you don't really have to fight that. That's probably the main difference. Probably the reduced overs, kind of not knowing how you're really going and trying to find that when you bowl 2 or 3 over spells. So, but saying that, obviously when you're bowling, 2 or 3 other spells, you've got a pretty good attack behind you. So I'm very grateful that I'm bowling behind the 4 best bowlers in the world, in my opinion. Of course, I've got to say that. So, and they are. So, that's a good thing.
A few more here, Joss.
Cam, you've said in the past you prefer batting to bowling, and that you really love batting, as good a bowler as you are. Where does getting 5 wickets on Boxing Day rate in terms of your childhood dreams?
Probably still hasn't sunk in now. No, it's a very special feeling, and I'm sure I'll kind of remember that for a very long time.
I was going to ask something similar, but we've also seen in your career so far the periods where it felt like your batting's been on top, or you're in the game more with that, and then with the bowling. Do you have, like, in your mind this getting to this ideal, I guess, where it's both in one series, one game? Is that something going for?
Yeah, I think it's tough if you're trying to do both equally. I think, you have to try and prioritise one of them, and because you're going to put too much pressure on yourself if you try too hard at both, basically. So I try and prioritise my batting basically in the weeks leading up to the game, and then on game day you've obviously hit plenty of balls that week. So on game day it's basically prioritising your bowling, just getting your body right, making sure everything's feeling really good. So and kind of backing all the training that you've done prior. So that's kind of how I go about it.
Last one here, Dan.
Cam, any memorable or funny moments from anyone since the payday? For any of the teammates, any pieces of banter that stand out in your mind?
I try and brush it all aside, to be fair. Not trying to read too much into it, but Aussie's been on to me, but basically came up to me and said, no, I want to just let you know that it's all very light humour, and it's just because I love you, and I'm just so happy for you. So the boys have been really good.
Just finally on that, pretty mental game, cricket. Being told you worth $3 million, what does that do for your psychology? Do you think that translates to performance on game day?
To be fair, I think I didn't do much to kind of earn that. I kind of just put my name into the auction and it just happened. So no, it doesn't change who I am or kind of how I think, and all the confidence I have in my cricket. So hopefully it hasn't changed too much.
Have you had many more text messages?
No, I got plenty.